Good morning, team. Welcome to today's live trading session. Luckily, I don't feel worse than I did yesterday. But like when you're about to get sick, you feel like your throat is like raspy and dry. That's what's happening to me today, and it's worse than yesterday, but it doesn't hurt. It just feels dry. But real quick, let's go through these pairs one by one, see what we're expecting, right? So AU. I'm gonna have to go grab water. Um, AU, we had 3 days of drop. So today we're expecting price to move sideways or go up, right? And we can see that price is just moving sideways. So AU, not gonna trade it for today. Gonna be looking at that on Friday and going into next week. AUD CAD, same thing. 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, we're expecting the price to move sideways or go up. So ACAD, I'm not gonna trade it. EA, we have 3 days of rise. We had a 372. Price already gave us a third push. Price is sitting at a higher high. It gave us the break of structure of the 4-hour high that we were looking for on the 4-hour time frame. And I'm looking for a pullback now. We're trading at a higher high. I'm looking for a higher low to get into those trades to then go back into the higher highs. So I'm not going to be trading EA for today. ECAD, 2 days of rise on the third day, but this is a pair in peak high territory, so I'm not going to be trading it. EU is just moving sideways. Let's come back to this one. GA, I believe, is in peak high, or is it GCAD that's in peak high? Yeah, GA is in peak high, so I'm not trading it. GCAD, we're trading at a higher high at the top of the daily highs. We had a day of drop yesterday, gave us a change of character back to the top side, came back down. Before I look for a trade on GCAD, I need to see a break of structure not only of the 30-minute high after the change of character, but I also want to see the break of the daily highs, which again, everything is color coordinated. The daily highs are gray, the 4-hour highs are blue, the 30-minute highs are red. So GCAD, I'm not going to be trading it. GJ already hit STP for the day, so the move for the day has already been made. Damn, bro. Booba took a fucking crazy loss for no reason, huh? Let me go back. Yeah. Crazy, bro. Dude's in profit 80 pips. Profit 60 pips, yo, and gave that shit right back to the market makers. Shit's crazy, bro. GU, 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. So EU could be a good one. Or GU, sorry. Only thing I don't like about GU is we're moving counter trend when it comes to the 30-minute time frame, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high. And it did give us the break of structure, lower low. So that's the only bad thing with GU is that it's moving counter trend, but very similar to EU. We'll just continue to keep an eye on it for today. NZD, USD. We're looking for a pullback, right? A little 23.6, 38.2 pullback to then continue this downtrend push. So we'll keep an eye on NZD, USD. US 30, still in the zone of consolidation, right? Yesterday we caught a beautiful trade from the top of the zone right back down to the bottom. Perfect, right? I want to see either a break or I finally want to see an inducement of these holy shit, I'm having a brain fart. What's the word I'm looking for? An inducement of these lows, and then to continue the push back to the top side. Man. USD CAD, third day push. We're sitting at the 30-minute highs and the 4-hour highs, so I'm not going to be trading it. USD ZAR, we're looking for a 4th day push to the top side, and we got that. Price already hit STP, so I will not be trading this today. The price has already done what it has to do for today. Let's calculate STP for gold real quick. 386 minus 33% is 258. 258 pips for the day. We already did 268, so we're already done with gold. Bitcoin is still lower low, lower high, lower low. So you want to be careful with this. Looking for buy positions would be ideal, but we will come back to this. And then oil giving us a pullback finally. We do have an engulfing candle, man, but this engulfing candle, where did it print? It printed in the middle of the zone of consolidation. A engulfing candle going short printed at the lower low, right? When we're looking for a lower high, and I'm not looking for just a small lower high. Why? Because when we go to the daily time frame, or I'm sorry, the 4 hours where the structure was at, we were in a zone of consolidation. Price gave us the lower low, right? And now I'm looking for a lower high. I'm looking for a pullback at least to this area here to then continue that push back down to the bottom. So I'm not fond of this engulfing candle on the 30-minute. So all right, I'll be back. I'm gonna get some water real quick, and I'll be right back. Sorry, team. I woke up a little sick today. I'm back. Oh, man. What's good, Albert? Good morning, my brother. Alright, so start from the top again. Yeah, so when we first turned the stream on, these are the only pairs we have left for the day. Regardless, not really looking to take any trades on EU. We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation, where price is just trapping traders. So EU, I'm not gonna even keep an eye on. GU is still moving counter trend, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. We're trading at a lower high. So GU, I'm also not even going to keep an eye on. Today there might not be any trades, to be honest. I really only wanted to turn the stream on so you guys could again see how it is that I'm maneuvering the charts, so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking for and how I'm looking for it. But yeah, today's definitely a day where I'm not really gonna be trading. Right, NZD USD, as you guys can see, just moving sideways. US 30, just moving sideways. And then oil, we're trading at a lower low, as I said before I got up, looking for a pullback in this area, somewhere up in this area, to then continue going short. So unless you guys have any questions, that's pretty much it for me today. I'm really not gonna be taking any trades. Any questions at all? Any pairs you guys want me to go over? Alright, no questions in the chat, guys. Again, I'll give you guys another 3 minutes. 7:45, I'll be done for the day. Again, I'm really not looking at anything for the rest of the day. We could go over the watch list too real quick. Um, I was keeping an eye on EA and GJ. But again, EA already gave us the move during Asia session, gave us that third push to the top side. And GJ ended up moving counter trend, right? Which is what we were expecting, right? But I wanted to keep an eye on this pair. But it is what we were expecting. So that third day push was not given. Any questions at all, guys? Going once, going twice. Yo, what the fuck, man? Price moved? What are you talking about? For what? Price moved for what pair? Oh, for most pairs? Yeah. Most pairs already hit. Yeah, the ones that you see already that I turned off already, which is pretty much the majority of the list. Yeah, they've already hit either SCP or ADR, or they're already have the 3 pushes for the week. Right, so for like example, AU gave us 3 days of drop already. So for today, I'm not expecting another day of drop. I'm expecting price to either move sideways or go up. AUD CAD, similar situation. 3 days of drop already. Not expecting price to go back down. Expecting price to do exactly what it's doing now, just moving sideways. EA gave us 3 days of rise already. Gave us a 372 for today already as well. Trading at the higher high. We got the break of structure of the 4-hour high that we've been looking for. So now I'm expecting price to give us a pullback. So a lot of these pairs are setting up for next week. Maybe tomorrow we could look for a trade depending on how price moves. But for the most part, a lot of these pairs, they're reacting the same way, right? So GA, we're in peak high territory. GCAD, we need to wait for the break of structure. GJ, waiting for price to tell us what it wants to do. Right now, we're still trading between the change of character, break of structure on the downtrend, made a lower low, going into a lower high. So just gotta be patient when it comes to GJ, and it hit STP already. GU gave us 3 days of drop. NZD USD, we have the 3rd day low today, and price is just moving sideways after price had given us that low. So there's really not a lot to look for, right? US 30, we're just in a zone of consolidation. USD CAD gave us a 3rd day push already, and we're trading at the higher highs, so I gotta wait for that 4-hour break to happen. USD ZAR gave us a 3 days of rise, gave us that 4th day push, and it gave us STP already. Gold just moving sideways in these areas. I'm not trading gold until we start seeing a trend. Right, Bitcoin is trading at a lower low. We're looking for a pullback, and oil we're trading at a lower low, and we're looking for that pullback, as I said, up into these areas up here. So yeah, AU had a 372 without a pullback. Yeah, a lot of pairs did that this week too. Just as soon as the market opened, gave us a fucking push down to the bottom. NZD CAD and NZD USD were one of those pairs that were kind of looking very similarly to AU. Right, we're looking for price to give us the breaks, and we're looking for the pullback, right? But price never gave us a pullback. It just stayed at these lows. So it happens. It happens. But luckily, some of the pairs that were in zones of consolidation, or some of these pairs that were stuck in that shoulder pattern, they finally gave us the break. So we'll just have to wait for price to give us that pullback. So like I said, maybe tomorrow we'll have a potential trade. Maybe, hopefully. But if not, we have all of next week. So, but yeah, for today, there's really nothing left for us here. So, unless you guys have any other questions, we'll pretty much be done for the day already, and we'll be back again tonight for the final isolation session for the week, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Yeah, what's good, Muhammad? What's good, bro? Chillin', man. A little sick, but I'm good, man. Brother's kids got sick on their first week of school, so you already know that shit is. Everybody's sick. My brother's sick, kids are sick. I'm fucking getting sick. I'm not sick yet where I'm coughing, but like when before you get sick, you feel it in your throat, like it's just raspy and it itches a little bit. That's pretty much it's pretty much what I'm dealing with right now. Spreading everywhere. Yeah, no. Kendall was sick like last week. There's a few people that I know as well who've been getting sick these last couple days, last couple weeks. So take care of it before it gets worse. Yeah, no, I've been drinking some meds, trying to stop it even before I felt sick. So hopefully, if it does hit me, hopefully it's nothing too crazy. But I can't really say anything about that, man. Usually when I get sick, I get sick. There's no stopping it. I just have to let it run its course. But I'm hoping it doesn't get bad, cause when I'm sick, bro, I can't function. So if these next couple days, if you guys see me in the Discord telling you guys like, yo, I'm not doing shit, best believe I might not even wake up. I might just be in bed all day if I start feeling really bad. But again, I'm not feeling bad. Like I'm not tired. My body doesn't hurt. All I have is that shit in my throat. Pause. No diddy, man. That's like the only thing that I have right now. So I think I'll be good, man. I hope so. I really don't like being sick. It's not fun at all. But again, let me know if you guys have any other questions, any other pairs you want me to go over real quick. I'll give you guys till 7:55, so I'll give you guys another 2 minutes. Any questions at all, let me know. Any pairs you want me to go over, let me know. Time tea, yeah, that's fire. Yeah, that's what I wasn't here for a few minutes because I went downstairs to make a tea real quick. Time, cloves, and honey, yeah, that's fire. All good on my end? Alright, Mohammed, no problem. Yeah, like I said, for today, I'm really not looking at anything to trade. You know, could moves develop? Yeah, it could, but I'm not gonna force anything. Again, a lot of these pairs are just consolidating, so I'm not even going to force anything for today. So yeah. In some perspective, I think I have to move up to 40 pairs. Man, it's not something you can't do, you know what I mean? Like, me and E, back when we were on MT4, we were looking at almost every single pair. Like, obviously the pairs that don't have any ADR were like the only pairs that we weren't really looking at. If it was like less than 30 pips, we weren't looking at them. But again, it's rinse and repeat. You guys see how quick I do these isolation sessions. You guys see how quick I do the weekly market breakdown. Like, it's really, you're trading the same thing, right? The tedious part is when you first get a chart, right? And you have to update every single thing. But I mean, you guys seen E chart. E hasn't traded since February, and his chart is still up to date, right? It's not like we're adding lines everywhere on the chart and all this other bullshit that we know doesn't work, right? It's you know, when you simplify your charts and you're able to see every type of movement that's happening, it makes it simple. So the process of being able to have 40 pairs on your watch list is not that it's difficult to look at when you're trading. No, it's difficult when you first add them because you have to update it, right? You have to add your zones of consolidation. Are you uptrending? Are you downtrending? Your three levels. After you do that, you know, you have to add your daily lines, your 4 hour lines, right? Add your 30-minute session breaks, add the 3 days, or add the days of drop and rise, add the weeks of rise and drop. Same thing for the monthly time, right? The daily time frame, looking at whether you have months of rise or months of drop. So it's you know, it's tedious at first, but once you update it, again, you guys see how quick I go through my pairs. How many pairs we have? 16, 17 pairs on my list, and I go through them in less than 20 minutes. Like, it takes a minute for each pair to understand and see where we're at and what price is doing. So it's really not difficult. But then again, you have to understand too, like, a lot of these pairs have the same correlation. So realistically speaking, you could add 40 pairs, but a lot of the pairs move identical to each other. So even with 40 pairs, you might not find a trade, which is also another thing, which is why we cut down from the 36 pairs that we used to look at, just to, okay, let's just cut down the pairs to which ones pay out the most, right? Which ones have the highest ADR, right? Because if you add all the GBP pairs, if you add all the Euro pairs, if you add all the AUD pairs, for the most part, they all move similarly, right? The correlation between the pairs are very similar, right? So right? You might have some pairs that are in zones consolidation. You might have some pairs that are in peak highs or peak lows. Some of them don't even have market makers pattern exactly. That's the biggest thing as well, right? So it's easiest thing I could say, bro. Just stick to the ones that we look at here on the stream. Yeah, you don't need more than that. You don't need less than it. You know, if you feel comfortable looking at less pairs, then cut some of them off. But realistically speaking, everyone who's in here and takes it serious and that's been here for a long time, you guys should have the same pairs that we do. Keep them updated, and that's really all that it is. Alright guys, since you guys are good, again, no questions in the chat. We'll be back again tonight for the isolation session. And then we'll see you guys again 7 p.m. tonight, and then 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Final live trading session for the week until the weekly market breakdown on Sunday. And then we'll be back again on Monday for the live trading session and the isolation session in the evening. So, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Any questions, feel free to message me on Discord. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.